Joe! It's that time of year.
IceBox?
IceBox.
IceBox! Oh, that's cold. Oh, it's cold in the morning.
Yeah, I made sure I didn't pack it, and I made sure I beamed you in the head.
I'm Joe.
I'm Jake.
All right, enough fooling around. This is my tinfoil masterpiece.
Though I hate the fact that both of you can sit down.
How is it even possible? Okay, so for IceBox, I know exactly what I want to do. Last year, I took every safety precaution I knew to take, and I went over the bars. I had a headache for like 3 days straight afterwards. I'm not doing that again. So this year, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down that hill in luxury. I've got this. I think it's, I don't know what it is. It's definitely not a snowboard. It's for water. I know that. It's got fins on it right here. Both sides. My old beauty.
This is last year's IceBox, at least the skeleton. It's time to dig this bad boy out, turn it back into competition-winning IceBox. Hopefully, actually winning this time. We might not get this out. That might be a shovel. There. Woo! There she is. What a beauty. This was a wonderful IceBox last year, and it's still pretty intact. It just doesn't have any more support, and it never had enough support. So my plan is to let him stay a little up so I can really climb on top of the snow and attach a support. The other problem I had is sitting down in here, racing down the hill, I would hit and the snow would come up and catch this wood beam, pull through here, and spray snow up into here. All of this dug into the snow and rolled me over. So this year, I'm going to take a piece of plastic and attach all up here, up as high as I can, and let it come back across this, all the way back behind my seat. So that I'm trying to ride on the skis, but anything soft that piles up into here will just slide on it like a sled. It's an excellent fit too. Oh man, it just feels right.
This is just sandpaper. It's got a type of adhesive called pressure sensitive adhesive. It's barely sticky like a sticky note, but the more pressure you give it, the more it sticks. So this should, as the rope bites down around it, should stick even tighter, and then the sandpaper side should bite into the rope, and I shouldn't slip like I did last year. These have been sitting for a while, so they've gotten a little stiff, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and work this loose. Some motion cure.
Alright, if you get a look right here, I got a spring. Now this heavy spring gives tension to the rope so that it can bite into the pipe. As there's force on the steering, it's got enough strength to stretch it, and that gives me some play in the steering. So what I'm going to do is back it up with a piece of rope. This rope will be a tether that is a limiter. So the spring will still give the tension to the rope, but the extra rope will be a limiter so I can't stretch beyond my desired amount. These got bent last year. They weren't strong enough to take all of the force. I'm gonna add a board between here that'll keep it from turning all the way up. This is cardboard covered in a garbage bag. The bag comes all the way up around, so even if it hits higher up, it should have some motivation to come up and around. But when I hit those deep pockets of soft powder, I should land on this part like a broad sled. It's an upgraded chassis from last year. Last year, I endoed this thing about 3 times before I even made it down the hill once, and never picked up any real speed. there's some danger that'll happen again.
Okay, that's everything.
Never made it to the hill. Doors are soggied out. Bottoms are all chewed away. Looks like it's been through a war. So James has come along with us today. He's renting a snowmobile. Last year we took about 4 hours getting back up a hill and only slid down it once. We also had broken sleds, but hopefully this year they won't break. And also, hopefully it doesn't take us 4 hours to get back up.
Hey everybody, I'm Marianne and this is Kajigger. We are here again at the Big Drift for the second annual IceBox competition. Joe and Jake have finished their ice boxes and are ready to go down the hill.
I'm gonna try a few different variations. One thing I for sure wanna do is go down this thing in a kiddie pool on a heavy bag. It's gonna be fun. I also have that sled. If the kiddie pool doesn't go fast enough, I'll put it on that sled and see how it goes. Also, I have over here, I don't know exactly what this is. It's made for water. I think it's gonna do fantastic in the snow. And also an inner tube. So, I even think a heavy bag on an inner tube would be a riot. I'm gonna duct tape this heavy bag to this tube, which I do plan on taking down separately at some point, but I think I'll have the whole contraption in this kiddie pool to start. See if I can have a cushy, wide girth ride down the hill. This is my first IceBox for 2017. It's gonna be this setup. Should be great as long as I don't spin around backwards and head plant. And this should keep me from going off the front of it because when I slide forward, this will provide resistance. I can just lean back, stay on it the whole time.
This is my competition-winning IceBox, part 2. I used the same chassis from last year. This year it's the Silver Bullet because it is going to be a rocket ship down there. This year, functioning trunk full of goodies. And a door to get in. I have reliable steering. I have fortified front skis. I have a fortified sled bottom. This thing is a rocket ship.
All right, this is IceBox 2017. This year, I've got 2 or 3 different variations of what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna flip over the bars and injure myself. That's not gonna happen this year.
Last year I was confident I would win, and I ended in a miserable shame. This year, I think I've corrected those problems. I might still endo, but if I don't, I'll win. So what do you say, Jake? Last one at the bottom of the hill buys a little acorn? Round one, winner! All right, I can say with reasonable confidence that the ski attachments and the sled bottom made all the difference. There were 3 times that I buried into the snow, and if I wouldn't have had that sled bottom, I'd have been eating it just like last year. I thought about changing last year's design, scrapping it completely. And then I thought, if I do that, I'm relying exclusively on my own arrogance of geniusly creating a winning sled. And I thought, no, I've been there with this sled and I know what's wrong. It's a different beast now. I just have one thing to fix. And I fixed it and it worked amazing.
So cool. That was so good, Joe.
It was good. Now,
So good.
the one thing I'm not confident about, if Jake's wheelchair were here this year, he might have still got to the bottom of the hill faster. That thing was a rocket ship last year. That was unbelievably fast last year.
I'm still gun shy. I want to do that again. I want to duct tape that around because I made it like halfway.
Yeah?
I want to duct tape it around.
Let's do it.
Yep, I think so.
Let's do it.
That's so rad. Your sled is impenetrable this year. Unstoppable.
I think next year, if I show up with this exact same sled, I think it'll be discounted at that point. And next year we'll have something that can put this to shame.
We're back here at the Little Acorn. This time I bought Joe dinner because he totally smoked me. He was at the bottom of the hill every time before I was even halfway down. It's really cool.
Dinner at the Little Acorn is always tasty. It's even tastier when it's free from the taste of sweet victory.
Sweet, sweet victory.
Last year, I can't tell you how disappointed I was at how my sled performed. I had fun, it was an awesome day, but rolling 3 times just to get to the bottom of a hill, it was frustrating. I didn't feel like I got to really do what I went there to do, and today was a great reward.
It was perfect.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have any complaints.
We're gonna do something different.
Yep.
And all of my plans fell through. Everything, every scenario that I pictured working so well, epically failed, which tells me I need to actually test these things out instead of just thinking it'll work in my head and running with it anyway. Yeah.
Well, next year you got to bring your A game because I plan on amping it up from this year. It's going to be even better. It's going to have more clearance, a little better spread. Might have suspension, maybe.
Suspension would be very cool. Very cool.
Thanks for watching IceBox 2017. This is the second annual IceBox competition.
If somebody wants, they can make an icebox and join us.
Yep. You can totally join us, and it is a blast. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you again next year, or see you the first time next year.
Absolutely.